All right, whether you got a new phone for Christmas or you're trying to make your current phone last, there are simple steps you can make to make your phone work better for you. And here to show us all of the helps and with the tips is our tech expert, Avery Swartz is with us this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, you bet.
I know, it's cold out there, right?
It's really cold.
And phones can freeze out there.
And that's a big thing, for sure.
But one of the things that we all go through is space on phones. How do we create more space? Because that's something that even my mom deals with.
Absolutely. Okay, so my biggest tip for clearing up space on your phone is, first of all, keep your operating system up to date.
Okay.
I know that it's annoying when it tells you it wants to update itself, but
all the time.
stay on that stuff.
Oh,
it's really important.
Yeah.
Also, delete apps that you don't need and you don't use.
Right.
You know, this is a good thing to do if you're just like sitting around, you got a few minutes at the doctor's office. Just go through and quickly clean up some of those apps. You can always bring them back later if you miss them. And then back up your photos and set them to an auto system. So if you're on an iPhone, you can use iCloud. It's like a set it and forget it sort of thing. You customize it, then it always backs up your photos. You can download bigger ones later. And if you're on an Android phone, use Google Photos. It does the same sort of thing.
Because it's like in the air. Is that what takes up the most space? Is it the photos?
It's usually the photos and the videos that take up the most space on a phone.
So once you have cleared up that space and you have a little bit more, thankfully, is there a better way to organize our apps for better access? Because sometimes you open up the screen, you have like 50 on there.
And then you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So if you're on an Android phone, I recommend installing an app launcher. A lot of Android users don't know about this.
What is that?
So this is an app that you can use to customize your home screen.
Okay.
So the one I recommend is called Nova Launcher. It's pretty popular. There it is there. So you can really, really customize exactly what your screen looks like when you first log in. And if you're on an iPhone device, customize Control Center. That's the thing that shows when you swipe up on your phone.
Right.
You don't even have to log in. You just swipe up and it's kind of those like quick links that you need. There it is right there.
And you can put the different, oh my.
You can customize a lot of different stuff that goes there. So if you regularly use your voice recorder or you know, the flashlight, the camera, the volume settings, the hotspot, you can totally customize what's on that screen.
Wow. Avery, I've been meaning to talk to you about this because I don't know if you probably have. The whole issue with iPhone batteries.
Yes.
And batteries in general, whichever iPhone you have, there's always a way, like you're wondering, my battery's dead, my battery's dead. Is there a way to check the health of your battery?
Yes, you absolutely can. Okay. And the battery is usually the thing that's gonna go before anything else in a smartphone.
Right.
A battery on a smartphone can hold about 500 charges, which is about, I don't know, for the average person, it's about a year and a half. So, Apple's going to release a software update that's going to give you more information about the health of your battery.
Okay.
But if you're on an Apple device or even an Android device, you can pick up an app that will tell you the battery health. So we're looking at apps like Battery Life Doctor. We've got all of these. They'll be linked on yourmorning.ca, so you don't have to scribble them down. But they will show you what's going on with your battery, how healthy it is, and whether or not you need to potentially upgrade.
You know, an important question probably a lot of people are wondering is how can we actually keep our smartphone batteries in top shape? Do you have any advice on that?
I've got a bunch.
Okay.
So again, keeping your operating system up to date. That impacts your battery as well. Go into your settings and change the screen brightness. Back it down a little bit because the bright screen can really drain on the battery, or to set it to auto, so it'll auto dim. You can also go into your battery settings and see which apps are pulling on the battery a lot. If there's a lot of stuff running in the background, notifications, that kind of stuff, you can change your settings accordingly. It's really hard on days like today in Canada, but temperature also makes a big difference to battery life. So if you're outside the recommended range of 0 to 35 degrees, which is pretty much all of Canada right now, I think, is outside of that range. So, you know, maybe keep your phone in your pocket, keep your phone in your glove, because those low temperatures will drain the battery. And if you are running on low power, you can go in and change it to low power mode, which will stop the battery from pulling on anything that's not essential. It'll kind of save whatever juice is left until you can charge it up again.
That's some good advice, Avery.
Yeah.
Okay. Data.
Yes.
Every Canadian watching right now is going to tell me to keep preaching because every phone bill, you've at some point gone over your data, you've been charged for more. How can we conserve our data and not go over the 3 or 6 gigabytes that you're
data's very expensive in this country. And if you're like me, you like to be on the streetcar, you know, Instagram is the worst for me. It's always the photos and the video that's clogging up my data. So I really like a free app called My Data Manager. It's available on both iPhone iPhone and Android.
Okay, good.
And what it will do is it'll tell you which apps are using your data, also let you know how much you're going through, and then you can either kind of adjust your habits accordingly or adjust your data plan if you need to.
Okay, that's some really good. You know, I'm going to download that right
Yeah,
after
it's a
this
really
segment.
good one.
That's a good, really good one.
Yeah.
Avery, thank you for being here this morning.
You're so welcome.
The best tips always.
Thank you.